nil. And that concluded the action on match day 3. Today is match day 4, and these two teams have a second opportunity in the game. On match day 2, Greater Accra region lost 0-1 to the Upper East region, whilst Eastern region pipped Upper West region by 1-0. And so it is time for Greater Accra region to see if they can either pick up a point, good and ready to go. And our Catch Them Young officials are also ready. They have done pretty well so far. And then your shot is Team Eastern. Captain Zamban today is taken over by Shaibu Abubakar. He's a strong force in the middle for the team. They have a very confident goalkeeper in Samuel Ni Ayikwe. And Kwame Ajeoda, the head coach, he believes that after winning the first match and picking his first 3 points, there is no turning back. So let's take a look at the team Greater Accra, and that's their head coach Evans Ajeago. Sitting next to him is Aja Tete. And these two know that nothing short of victory will encourage the boys to stay strong and competitive in the competition. And so it's all to play for here this morning. The gentlemen will take us through the process of the toss of the coin, and then hostilities will begin. But so far, so good. The competition has lived up to the billing, lived up to expectation. And of course, it's also cemented the reason or the reasons why this Inter-Regional Under-17 Colts Championship. Gentlemen, in your shot are those who will be doing us the honor. Catch Them Young program of the Ghana Football Association. Eastern region coming to this game with a 4-2-3-1 formation. And so the honors is going to fall on Bismarck Selassie to lead the attack. But anyway, here we go. The two captains are ready to take us through the toss of the coin. On your left is Shaibu Abubakar, the captain for Team Eastern, and Team Greater is captained by Clement Wampong. Clement Wampong proved to be a stalwart in defense for Team Greater Accra, although their exploits may not have gotten them the win in the first game. They may have an opportunity in the second. Ibrahim Abdul Hanan of Andabia Form 3 student, 17-year-old, is the center referee. Tamale Nursing is represented by Musa Abdul Manan on lines 1, and assistant 2 is Abubakar Abdul Aziz. Abubakar Abdul Aziz is a student of St. Basilides Technical, a 17-year-old, and Manan is a 19-year-old student of the Tamale Nursing and Midwifery School. Our fourth official, by the way, is Akanbonga Roxon from Bolga Tech. That's Bolga Technical. It looks like all is just about well. They share their last thoughts. And for this game, we have Abdul Muniru Prince sitting out. He started the first game. Jeremiah Abalo is starting the second game. Kelvin Owusu Ansan, who played in the first match, is missing in action. And the man in your shot warming up. Lot of intelligent play from him, Alex Jesse. And officials will ensure that all is just about set. Eastern are ready. And so any moment from now, we will see these two teams coming into this game with mixed feeling. Eastern region will want to cement the authority in the group. Greater Accra would want to win their first points. Ni Ayikwe in goal for Team Eastern. He's yet to concede a goal in the competition. And Ibrahim Abdul Hanan, our center referee, will wait for instructions from the match commissioner. The fourth official. It's a gentle breeze so far, so I'm sure it will not affect his positioning and shots on target. GC recovering very well, brings the ball to the near side. Greater are looking sharp with their first few touches. Prince Amwako pushes it forward. Failed attempt at the clearance by Team Eastern. Niayi had to come out to make a daring save and clearance. Greater will still put the pressure on their opponents. Here's GC turns round. Tries to play up the pass. He's looking for support up front. And then Nazir Al Hassan was not in position. Referee gives the advantage to Greater. Bwampong in a haste to get the game underway. So it's a free kick. Greater Accra. Jonathan Okain with the kick. Nicely played out to the right. And then sent into the 18-yard box, but it's cleared away by Team Eastern. On the far side, that's on the right-hand side of Greater's defense, will be Alex O'Day. Good turn by JC. Lays on the pass. A very intelligent pass that was, but if we notice a little bit of heckling, give Greater the advantage. That's Niayi in goal for Team Eastern. Here we go with a free kick now. Team Greater with an advantage. Shot not on target though, but wins a corner kick. Corner kick quickly effected. It's floated in, it's long, it's deep, it comes to the near side. Oh! He had his eye on the target, but Prince Amwako's header goes wayward. First opportunity to Team Greater. That's a throw-in to Team Greater. First few minutes of the game, and clearly no problems at all. We've done 3 minutes. Falling back to help is Jeremiah Balo. Came into the game in the first match as a substitute, has the opportunity to start. And as we usually do, we'll be bringing you both matches live. There's a game in the afternoon where Team Upper East Region will take on Team Western. Ball goes over the line. Pressure is on Eastern to defend. Captain Shaibu Abubakar falls back. Difficult to find space. Bwampong now gets it through. Greater looking forward. Shot is fired again off target, but it looks like it took a little bit of a ricochet off Eastern's Kumodo Kaiser, and so Greater win. A corner kick. Looking for a shot from a distance. Here's JC. Can they get a decent crossing pass pushed on by Jeremiah? And the advantage will go to Team Eastern. They clear their lines, but they are yet to make any incursion towards Greater's territory. Long ball with a clearance, and a little bit of a heckle there as player goes down. Eastern now try to go forward. Failed attempt at the clearance by Jonathan Okain, but it's a safe catch from goalkeeper Clement Osrade Debra. On the near side now for Team Greater, looking at going past the defense. But again, it will be a very tall order. Amos Opoku is a very strong right full back. Good play, Jeremiah. The ball has been taken away from him. Little touch from Henry Achubodo. And Easton give the ball away. It's a throw-in. Good movement on the field. Easton now have the advantage as they come forward, pushed on by Henry Kodo. Now he tries to cut across, but Buampong will say no to that. And eventually, it's a long ball. Greater have an advantage now with Amarada. And Amarada takes a firm caution from center referee. So free kick advantage to Team Eastern. Oh, he does very well as he maintains his composure, but then he gives the ball away. Eastern were coming close. And then the bicycle kick of a clearance away by Yusuf Adeoye. He was a threat in the first match when they played against Upper East. There he is. Adeoye lays on the pass. JC went down in the process and they gave the ball away. Yusuf Adeoye. Eastern will see a lot of driving force from the right hand side of the attack when Amos Opoku joins, and then he's almost always gone back to defend. Controlled nicely, delivered the pass. Nazir Al Hassan going forward is a threat. And Prince Amako, short-lived. Yusuf goes down, battling for the ball. And a stern warning from the center referee. He doesn't want the coach to be involved with gameplay. Ibrahim Abdul Hanan is his name. I'll catch them young. Center referee. Greater have an opportunity to clear. Lovely touch there from Yusuf, and then the pass is on. Oh, he's pushed from behind. A little bit of a body check, and down went Emmanuel Amarada. Again, both teams showing the intent and showing the purpose for wanting to go forward. This time, careful defending from David Nyako of Team Eastern.
Hey, Emma!
Now time to defend Team Eastern. Amos Opoku stands toe-to-toe with the captain Shaibu Abubakar, protecting their vitals as the free kick to Greater Accra is on. Drilled in nicely, but it's headed away. So no problems at all. Eastern will have an opportunity to defend. Wasted effort from Team Greater. Just could not find the target. It's early days yet in the game, but so far so good, as the players try to settle into the game and then play their routine. Balloon towards the middle. Yusuf goes up, gets his head to it, but quick defending from Team Eastern. On the near side now, all they have to do is to get the ball out of the danger zone. And they scored full marks. Now they come forward through Elvis. Amos. There's a strong run there. Can he get into the 18-yard box? Greater will prevent him from getting in the cross. Good work by Buampong. Buampong would not allow the cross from Meshach Kwao. Meshach has strong upper abilities. Was responsible for the victory in their first match. So just about 10 or so minutes gone in the game, and we are still waiting to see brilliance from either side. It's a long kick in. Yusuf will recover for Team Greater, and now he tears away, he lays on the pass. The referee noticed something. It looks like when Yusuf teared off, he was heckled quite a bit. It goes back into Greater territory, and eventually Greater Accra get it back where it is needed the most. Yusuf, it goes down. Niaye recovered the ball with no difficulty, but Yusuf, we see him go ahead of the defender, brought the ball down nicely, but just could not maintain his momentum. He's up on his feet and would love to continue the game. Yusuf Adeoye is the name, and that's the bench of Team Greater Accra. Technical director for Team Greater Accra, by the way, is Coach Dauda Lutrot, and he's on the bench as well. Opportunity for a shot on target, but this time Emosofuku was prevented from hitting the target. Taken over by Team Greater as they come forward. That's some good work there from JC. Quickly, Alex continues the game and then is pushed onto the far side by Naziru Al Hassan.
All the time.
They'll control the ball in midfield now and then love to come forward. Prince Samwako tries to open up the game, fell short. Greater will come forward. That's a daring run. He's almost immediately blocked by yellow shirts. And then it will be Greater's turn to defend. It goes all the way to goalkeeper Clement Debra, and then kicked forward, trying to create more opportunities and putting the pressure, especially on the central pair of Eastern's defense. The speed of the winds have increased in tempo, and so has the game. Over the line it goes. It's a throw-in advantage to Team Greater. The collection of the best players from all the regions put together to form a regional team for representation in the Inter-Regional Under-17 Colts Championship, put together by the KGL Foundation, of course, supporting the efforts of the Ghana Football Association in helping to unearth and develop talent at the under-17 level. Good turn, pass is laid on, nicely done by Alasan. There's a thrust forward, Shaibu. And Greater did very well to keep his balance. That was nicely done, and then the cross comes in from JC. And eventually ballooned away by Shaibu.
I cannot drop it.
Some strong defending there. Meshach in the right place at the right time. at that moment.
Move from there.
They would have to fight strong and come again. Adinkra gives the ball away. Team Eastern will look for a shot. Obviously not the kind to beat Deborah in goal. But that obviously should have been the opener. 15 minutes gone. Greater will look at another opportunity of coming forward. Nicely controlled, kept in play. Good work done by Prince Amwako. He drills in the cross. And it will be Eastern's turn to say thank you very much and initiate an attack. Abdul Fattah Fusheni. But Greater have more ideas. Again, trying to use the width of the field. Well worked out by the defense as they clear out their lines. And now can Eastern also have a fair share of the attack? Shaibu pushes it through the middle. They give the ball away too easily. You see Fadeoye bundled off the ball. Referee says play continues. And this time Shaibu does well with a long pass, putting pressure on their opponents. Henry to the far side, but obviously they would not let Benjamin Boafo go that easily. Beats one, beats two, lovely play, but unfortunately there was nobody there to finish it off. And so Greater will get the ball back to their opponent's half. Meshach will welcome the throw-in. Ball ballooned away. Unfortunately, Eastern have not got that much luxury of putting men up front because they've been under pressure from Team Greater from the start of the game. Long ball towards Yusuf. Cleared away by Meshach in defense. Greater will come forward yet again. Jonathan Okain's long ball. Greater will go through the middle. And again, it looks like Eastern have a lot of men in the middle. It's been difficult for Greater Accra to take advantage of. Yusuf stumbles over the ball and gives it away. It's recovered by Jesse. Jesse goes down. Free kick, Greater Accra. Good skill down that left hand side of the attack. Prince Samwako. He's showing some good footwork. Prince Samwako. Poorly done by Yusuf. Technical team of Team Eastern. Regular barking of instructions. Can we get a decent cross in? The cross comes, but this time straight into the waiting arms of Ni Ai. JC's on the offensive. JC beats one. Can't beat Shaibu. Referee says play on. And the advantage is with Team Eastern as they look at coming forward. Achu has crossed to the right hand side of the attack for Eastern. And then supporting them from the rear is Felix Alex Sa. It goes deep. Oh, that's a late challenge. Alexander O'Day should be careful. He will take a stern warning from the referee. Long ball flicked in. And just as Henry was trying to go through, he was brought down. by Alexander O'Day. Greater Accra region have not had the opportunity of their goalkeeper being tested. That's Clement Deborah. And so Clement will get the men in front of him ready. He needs to get it right. We've seen goals being scored from set pieces in this competition. That's our centre referee Abdul Hanan, stamping his authority on the game, and that's important. Shaibu joins them in the 18-yard box, is drilled, but kept rising and rising and rising. No goal to either side. If you've just joined us, many thanks. This is the first match of the day in the ongoing Inter-Regional Under-17 Colts Championship. Proudly. And for the first time in the tournament, Eastern Region are down. Nyenye Naziru Al-Hassan credited with the goal. It's Eastern Region 0, Greater Accra Region 1. Let's see how the young lads from Eastern Region respond. He's up on his feet, 24 minutes gone. Greater are looking good. They've been putting on the pressure right from the start of the game, and they are credited with a goal. Card is up. I guess it's showed to one of the Eastern players. We'll confirm that in a minute. But Kwao Meshach goes back to help with the defense as Greater look forward to restarting the game. It's the first goal for Team Greater Accra in this championship. It's a long kick in by Clement. Shaibu. Kwao Meshach was a shade late. You see, Fadeoye will say thank you very much. He's got support. He would want to go for glory. He tried that a few times in their first match. It did not work. And instead of picking up options, he decided to go for glory. 25 minutes gone. Eastern Region 0, Greater Accra 1. JC took a tumble, gets the sympathy of the referee. Through the middle, that would not work. Shaibu picks up the pieces for Team Eastern. JC will be penalized for heckling and shirt pulling. Long ball forward, Greater under some amount of pressure. Not too sure what Kwao wanted to achieve. Ends up going down in the process. And both coaches still barking out instructions. We need to keep the boys on their toes so they don't lose the focus, the concentration, and of course the direction. JC in the middle for Greater. Lays on the pass. JC goes down in the process. The referee says play on is a long cross into enemy territory. Is picked up by Ni Ayikwe. Meanwhile, JC is down. quickly. Yes. I'm loving the attitude of the center referee, Ibrahim Abdul Hanan. He looks more like a businessman on the field, urging the medics to be up and doing. He's been very firm so far. 27 minutes gone. Warnings or cautions have come as and when they have to come, keeping tabs on the game. He goes back to restart the game, but let's take a look at exactly what happened to JC. Well, he took a tumble after laying on the pass, landed on his back. So Niayi gets the game underway. Good defending with a header from Alexander O'Day. Greater are just waiting for those little slips in midfield and then try and take the advantage. But now the advantage will stay with the team from the Eastern region. Benjamin Boafo has switched and crossed over to the right hand side, looking to combine with Amos Opoku. Throw-in advantage, Team Eastern. Rich Monte with the throw. And a definitive clearance. Calmly headed back to goalkeeper. That was Mesha Kawinzo, central defender. And then it's pushed forward. Looks like most of the teams are interested in the long passes. We've seen that a lot in most of the matches. A few times teams have tried to work themselves from defense with a short, crisp passes. There goes another long one. Good ball control and turn. Oh, would have been a nice move. And the yellow card will be showed to Godfred Adinkra for that foul on Amos Opoku. Amos Opoku is a very hard and tough player to mark. One time he's on the left, the other time he's on the right. Godfred Adinkra gets a yellow. He's starting the game today, but receives a yellow card in the process. We're trickling down to the last 15 minutes of the first half. Eastern Region 0, Greater Accra Region 1. Over the line it goes. Not the best of kicks from Abdul Fatau. Quite an all-round team Team Eastern have. They showed the brilliance when they played against the Upper West region. Tough encounter it was. Throwing. Dinkra will do us the honors. Shaibu's header, and Eastern will still maintain their composure. Meanwhile, Alex Jesse has other ideas. Goes past one, takes a tumble. Advantage will stay with Team Greater. Reorganization from the back is the order of the day. Jonathan Okine with a long ball in. Jeremiah managed to get his head to it. Greater will come forward. Here's JC once again. His vision and foresight, amazing. Goes round his marker, gets in the cross, but to no one in particular. Eastern failed to take advantage of the clearance. JC once again. Ball calmly brought down. Prince Amwako goes down. Strong tackle coming from Benjamin Boafo. And I'll tell you what, the things these young boys learn in their quest to become the best at what they do, sometimes it's amazing. They go down and they clutch to their heels, their knees, their shins, their ankles, as if it's the end of the world. And then 2 minutes later, they are up and running. First substitution, Eastern want to bring on Frank Asari. And it's Richmond Tay who goes off. Meanwhile, Team Greater is down 1 man. Well, another substitution. Eastern are quite bent on getting back in the game. So Isaac Aku Tete will take the place of Benjamin Boafo. Aku Tete is on. Benjamin Boafo is off. There'll be lots of chit-chatting among the officials who are here. The gentleman in the white hair, by the way, belongs to Team Volta. Free kick to Greater Accra, Naziru Al Hassan. It's a short free kick, tries to open the game up, and then the cross comes in. It's a bit long, and it goes straight to Niai Aikwe. It was overhit there, as you could see. Naziri was doing the follow-up, but that didn't work. So, is Eastern Region nil, Greater Accra Region 1. 10 minutes to end proceedings as far as the first half is concerned. Ball ballooned out of the area, throwing advantage to Team Greater Accra. And it's Prince Amwako. Fine support in Naziru. Naziru's long pass was intercepted. Naziru fights back but still can't hold on to it. Prince eventually gets the ball away. And now there's a run for it on the near side. Prince gives up chase. Isaac goes down. The card is out, and definitely there will be a booking. Jonathan Okain booked for that challenge. He had just come on a few minutes ago, Isaac Akutete. And Greater Accra will defend. The onus is going to lie on this young man, Clement Debra, to ensure that the men in front of him do the job. So into the box goes Jonathan Mensah Okain. Eastern with a free kick. Let's see what options they come up with. This could be the break they've been waiting for to get back on level terms. The clearance away, and then they try to come forward. Daring run from Aku Tete, and then it was barged into by Jonathan Okain, resulting in a free kick and a booking. It doesn't look too good for Team Eastern. They have a player being stretched off. We'll try and identify who it is in a moment. It looks like it's Alex Kwame Sarr who has gone off. And now let's get back to the action on the field of play. Clement, very alert in goal for Team Greater Accra. And again, referee goes into the 18-yard box. A caution or a warning is issued. Gradually the sun pops up, the winds slow down, and there's a player down in the box. It's O'Day Alexander. I am in love with the center referee. Very stern. He calls the medics to come onto the field. He looks very purposeful, very businesslike. Alexander O'Day is in pain. Referee had just given those in the 18-yard box a caution to be very careful, and then he turns his back and Alexander goes down. Firm instructions being given to the officials. And so just when they were getting ready there, something must have happened. Something must have happened, and O'Day went down easily. Now he asks the player to come to the other end so that he can re-invite him back onto the field. That's some good officiating from Abdul Hanan. Means the Catch Them Young course is obviously gaining a lot of positive momentum. Whilst we shape these young players through their developmental process, it also gives these young ones an opportunity to also hone their skills. And I'm sure we will see a lot more positivity in terms of their performance in subsequent matches. It's a solid clearance, but referee saw what happened, was close to the action. Header on. Greater get themselves out of trouble. 5 minutes to the end of the first half. Yusuf lays the pass. Good thinking. He's got options. JC, unfortunately, pass is short-lived. But there he comes back onto the field of play and is eager to join the action. Center referee is 17 years old, by the way, from the Ambaria Senior High School, a Form 3 student. And Alexa cannot come back onto the field, so Solomon Tete takes his place. We are 3 minutes shy of the half-time whistle, barring any add-on time to be added, that is. Fatau manning the full back position with relative ease. And so I'm not too sure whether the changes, especially the one made by taking off Kwame Alexa, will worry the Eastern team. They would have to change the shape of the team. Fortunately, they just have a few minutes to go for the half to end. Edinkra with the throw. Gives the ball away. Advantage to Team Eastern as Amos Opoku went down. Ball headed away. Shaibu lays on the pass. They're looking forward at taking at least a chance or two before the referee's whistle goes for the end of the first half. Ball cleared away nicely by Prince Amwako. It goes over the line, and the advantage will stay with Team Eastern. Shaibu with the ball. 1 minute of add-on time, says match officials. Long throw by Shaibu, headed away, not clearly though. Alex goes up, and Greater Accra gets the advantage to Team Eastern. Player goes down, he tried to dive. Akutete must be very careful, and there's a strong charge there as both players go for the same ball. Team Yellow have it. Shaibu does very well. Nice recovery. Back to Shaibu, keeps it in play. Greater Accra have a player down, and from defense they streak into attacking positions. JC rounding up the player very well on that occasion, but JC lost it all. Emmanuel, the first 45 minutes. Good game it has been in the first half. Please do stay with us because we have the second half coming right up. It's the end of the first 45 minutes, and at halftime it's Eastern Region 0, Greater Accra Region 1. Match day 4 action will see two teams who've had a taste of the competition so far come face to face. Eastern Region in yellow, Greater Accra in red. Eastern won their first match by a lone goal. Greater Accra lost their first match by a lone goal. And so let's see how both coaches would fare. Kwame Ajeoda from Team Eastern and Evans Ajeago from Team Greater Accra. JC rounding up the player very well on that occasion, but JC lost it all. First 45 minutes. Good game it has been in the first half. Please do stay with us because we have the second half coming right up. Fight another day. It's the end of the first 45 minutes, and at halftime it's Eastern Region 0, Greater Accra Region 1. Match day 4 action will see two teams who've had a taste of the competition so far come face to face. Eastern Region in yellow, Greater Accra in red. Eastern won their first match by a lone goal. Greater Accra lost their first match by a lone goal. And so let's see how both coaches would fare. Kwame Ajeoda from Team Eastern and Evans Ajeago from Team Greater Accra. Opponents half. But again, a careful build-up by Greater. They came close to scoring, but that first opportunity was wasted by Prince Amwako. Greater Accra knew that they had to pull something in this game by virtue of the fact that they had lost their first match. Mesha Kwao came through, first of all challenged by Prince, and then eventually shepherded away by Buampong. And on the other side, it was the first 45 minutes. Good game it has been in the first half. Please do stay with us because we have the second half coming right up. Fight another day. It's the end of the first 45 minutes, and at halftime, it's Eastern Region 0, Greater Accra Region 1. Match day 4 action will see two teams who've had a taste of the competition so far come face to face. Eastern Region in yellow, Greater Accra in red. Eastern won their first match by a lone goal. Greater Accra lost their first match by a lone goal. And so let's see how both coaches would fare. Kwame Ajeoda from Team Eastern and Evans Ajeago from Team Greater Accra, the opponent's half. But again, a careful build-up by Greater. They came close to scoring, but that first opportunity was wasted by Prince Samuako. Greater Accra knew that they had to pull something in this game by virtue of the fact that they had lost their first match. Mesha Kwao came through, first of all challenged by Prince, and then eventually shepherded away by Buampong. And on the other side, it was 1-0 advantage courtesy to get themselves back into the game. Greater Accra's goal was scored by Naziru Al Hassan in the number 8 jersey. A center referee, Ibrahim Abdul Hanan, 17-year-old Form 3 student. Fight another away. It's the end of the first 45 minutes, and at halftime to stay with Region 0, Greater Accra Region 1. Match day 4 action will see two teams who've had a taste of the competition so far come face to face. Long ball into the 18-yard box. The clearance is not as effective. Shot is blocked, and eventually is blasted wide. The effort from Solomon Tete. Solomon Tete came on as a substitute towards the end of the first half. Hasn't really settled in the game. Clement Debra with a long clearance. Good footwork by Naziru. Naziru goes and gets to the ball again. Greater Accra on the offensive now. Again, it's one of those long passes. Taken over by Team Eastern as they surge forward. It's always a delight to watch the youngsters when they come forward, especially Team Eastern. They've got some probing talent. Amos Opoku is one of them. He's the chap in the 13. He's not happy about something. But anytime he surges forward, it's quite interesting. Kwao Meshach has also shown that he's got the pace. Nyako has been mopping up in defense and combining with the midfield. Meanwhile, Greater Accra also have injury worries of their own, as the captain. And obviously, Amos Opoku is not too happy about something or the other. Shaibu, Team Eastern captain, shows concern about the injury to his opposite captain. Here comes the throw in. Abdul Fattah with the ball. Headed away. And it looks like he's in some amount of pain. Referee has asked for the throw to hold on. Was a strong one there, but Tedinkra will be up in no time. Took a little bit of a nudge in the side. Good turn by Amos. Greater Accra will react positively. Amos fights for it but can't get to the ball. And can he go down the byline? It's good ball control as they come forward. Greater looking at some positive action. Amarada, poor ending. Just did not get the full blast of the ball and did not get the advantage as well. Now Team Eastern. That was Amarada trying to use his long legs to advantage. Not this time, says Nyai. It's a forward move now by Team Greater, looking for Yusuf, can't get to him. There he is now. Free kick advantage to Greater. Yusuf tore off nicely, left Abdul Fatao. But was in a disadvantaged position to continue. And Niai will organize the men in front of him. He's proved that he's quite confident as a goalkeeper. Antics are pretty sharp as well. But obviously nothing he could do about the goal scored by Team Greater Accra. Greater Accra have an opportunity. Idea was good. Lacked a bit of a direction. But Jonathan Okanye had a fair idea. Numbers. Advantage to Team Ghana. Yeah, Team Greater Accra, I beg your pardon. Good pass. But again, he waited for the ball a bit too long. Longer than necessary. Shaibu has the throw. Greater once again will come forward. Prince Amwanko's throw went to nobody in particular. And now Eastern have the advantage. Solidly headed out of the area. Throw-in advantage Eastern region. That's good enough an opportunity, but again, just could not trap the ball. Solomon Tete. And ball has been taken from Abdul Fatau, robbed of the ball by Amarada. Miscommunication between Amarada and Yusuf. And thankfully Greater keep the ball to themselves, but again good tidying up by Abdul Fatau. Hardly puts a foot wrong, Abdul Fatau. Yusuf Adeoye, again one of the few players who after a very charming performance in the first match has been relatively quiet in the second. Pass laid on Amarada, can he get to the ball? Nyai comes out. Nyai committed himself. Amarada got the better of him. Pass is laid on now. Can they get a decent cross from the far side? Prince Amwako dispossessed, but Greater still have an opportunity. There's nobody there to finish it up. It's brought down by Yusuf and ballooned. away by JC Alex. The ease with which JC brought the ball, Yusuf brought the ball down for JC. Done nicely. 54 minutes gone. Second half action. First match of the day. There's a daring run on the far side as Greater come forward. Player goes down in the process. Referee will blow his whistle and give Greater Accra the advantage. It's a tough battle going on out there, but eventually Jeremiah Balo brought down, and Greater have a free kick. Referee asks the player to roll over out on the field of play to allow the game to continue. And so Greater will have the advantage of a free kick. Good defending though by Frank Asari earlier on. He's up on his feet. Definitely would love to continue with the game. Free kick, Greater Accra region, nicely bent. Carried away by Niai. Referee noticed an infringement. Yeah, player went down in the 18-yard box, but Niai could not be bothered. Scored full marks, parrying the ball away.
Out.
Eastern Region nil, Greater Accra Region 1. Eastern come forward now. They must be purposeful with their attack. Shot from a distance is blocked. JC goes in for the tackle, can't hold on to it. But Greater Accra have other ideas as they come forward. Amarada's long pass. Can Yusuf get to it? He does. Yusuf still with the ball. He wants to go past his marker. He does. He turns in, sends the cross, but it's headed out. Good skill from Yusuf. But there were other options he could have taken. Yesterday's first match saw Volta region beat Ashanti region by 1-0. All headed away. Greater still seek chances, but Niai to the rescue. So after Volta region beat Ashanti by 1-0, the most valuable player identified for that match was the goalkeeper of Volta region, Bless Amedume. And guess who gave him his certificate? Former Ghanaian goalkeeper, now Black Stars goalkeeper, Fatau Dauda. Was really impressed with the goalkeeper's antics and abilities. He says he reminded him of the good old days. Greater clears out nicely. Picked up by Solomon Tete, but clashes into Amarada. Both players down. Solo did very well to get to the ball, but in an effort to clear it back, clashed into Amarada as he also came for the same ball. And so a temporary hold up. Again, the heavens have been very kind to these young boys, at least since the competition began. It's been a lot of cloudiness and windiness and a lot less of sunshine. So they don't run out of steam early enough in the game. Thanks to the medics team, very alert and up to the task. Temporary hold up. And it's Captain Buampong who runs towards the technical bench. Not too sure exactly what the problem is. But here we go with the continuation of the game. We have done 1 hour of playing time. Not too sure what these two young boys are up to. The ball had clearly gone over the line, and all Adinkra had to do was to shepherd it, and then he was kicked and then tried to retaliate. Battle between Adinkra and his opposite number, Amos Opoku. Referee runs to take his position on the field of play. 60 minutes played in this game between Eastern Region and Greater Accra Region. Greater Accra lead by 1. Strong header. Getting them to keep the ball on the turf is another thing. But ballooning the ball away and employing long passes seems to be very easy for these youngsters. Amos dispossessed but runs back and gets it. Team Eastern looking purposeful as they come forward, this time coming through the near side. Here is Meshach. Not as effective a cross he would have wished for, but is booted back into enemy territory. Thank you very much, says Frank Asare. Now can they get a decent cross in? Too many red shirts. They handle the clearance nicely. Solomon, and it's Jesse who clears out. Not too far though. More opportunities for Team Eastern as they come forward, but this time around Akutete will be prevented from doing so. Isaac Akutete has been doing a lot of running around since he came on. Free kick advantage Team Eastern. Again, another opportunity for Eastern to come through. Meanwhile, the battle will still go on in the 18-yard box between Yusuf and captain of Eastern, Shaibu. Greater have all their players in their own half defending. Eastern will come forward, but unfortunately the pass was a bit too strong for Amos. Substitution time, opportunities for the coaches to rethink the strategies as they bring on fresh limbs. Kelvin Owusu Ansa. And Kelvin is on to take the place of Deoye Yusuf. Handball. Long clearance out. Eastern Region 0, Greater Accra 1. And the assistant coach of Greater Accra, Ajatete, issuing instructions, telling them what to do, but go turn by Amos. Oh, nicely done. And that definitely will be an advantage for Team Eastern. Frankasari did very well. Amos went through and he was clipped from behind. Free kick for Eastern. Header out, virtually ending the exploits of Eastern. But Abdul, this time it goes straight to goalkeeper Clement. Interesting game so far. Long ball in, Abdul Fattah managed to put a stop to it, but JC picks up the pieces and then sends a long one in. Effort thwarted. Greater Accra now losing most of the pieces and tackles when they go in for them. Looks like they're giving the advantage to Team Eastern, who are fighting for every ball. Here's Jesse to the near side now, opens the game very well. There's a cross and a beautiful one. Unfortunately, it's a bit too strong. Kelvin Owusu-Ansah's first cross since he came on. That opportunity obviously was not the best. Goal scorer Al Hassan knew exactly why. That was the cross. It was a bit too long. Massive cross it was. But again, these young ones should also take cognizance of the fact that the winds pick up speed as and when. So they must be very timely with those crosses. Greater will have to defend. Goalkeeper comes out. Clement picks it up nicely. Good shielding from Jonathan Okine. And he goes into the referee's box. It's not too clear why he was shown the card, Jonathan Okine. And it looks like it's going to be danger for Greater Accra. Jonathan Mensah Okine is off. He is sent off by a stern Abdul Hanan Ibrahim. Greater Accra would have to play the remainder of the game. 10 men. 1 man down. And so once he was shown the yellow card by center referee Abdul Hanan, he knew that the yellow was his second and that the red will follow. And center referee will confer with the officials. Technical director of Greater Accra, Coach Dauda Lutrot, obviously not too happy. But this was the incident. He seemed to have blocked Meshach Kwao, and Meshach Kwao rather pushed him off the ball. There you go. So I'm not too sure whether it is for the tackle, the blocking, or it was for descent. Referee's decision is final, by the way. Strong play by Greater, holding on to the ball. He needs to release the ball early enough. Amos was let loose, but good defending by Greater Accra. Over the line it goes. It will be a throw-in, Team Eastern. Your shot is Ajatete, telling them to play it close. Second throw-in. Abdul Fattah this time is long, but it's headed away by JC. It doesn't go too far. Eastern have an opportunity as they come through the middle. He goes down, and the referee will decide that it should be a free kick. Eastern were moving dangerously, threateningly. They had to take the expert clearance of Buampong. Clashing with the player in the process, they both went down. The advantage will stay with Team Eastern. A lovely lift there from Frank Asari. And as the galloping Isaac Akutete came through, the foot of Buampong was outstretched already. 20 minutes to full time. Remember, Greater Accra are playing 10 against 11. Got the only goal so far. A goal left Niai rooted. There was nothing he could have done about it. Let's see what his opposite number, Clement Deborah, can do with this free kick. Defending the goal of Greater Accra region. He's okay with the positioning of the wall. Eastern have a few players lined up in the 18-yard box. They could take advantage when the opportunity brings itself. Behind the ball, though, is Henry. Goes to the occasion, had a cover through and through. More options. That was his last effort in the game. Henry Achukodo. Place has been taken by Joseph Terrier. Greater would take the opportunity and advantage, but flag is already up. Jesse crowded over by yellow shirts. Shot across the face of goal, nobody there to connect. It definitely has not been the day for Meshach Kwao. Amos leaving the shooting opportunities to Meshach, but he blasted wide. So far, so good for Team Greater Accra. They still lead by 1-0. A win in this game will put Greater Accra back in reckoning. That's a strong tackle there from JC. Needs to be very careful. Bringing down Frank as he had a clear advantage.
Oh, Clement! Mobile yang ayah last month. Alex,
so the free kick will be retaken again. Oh, unfortunately, they take the eye off the ball. It gives an opportunity to Greater. Zero was just about tearing off and just about making space for himself. But that late clip there from David Nyako puts paid to that run. Frontmen of Greater Accra at times have been sharper than they used to be. Prince Bafo, Alex JC, the goal scorer Naziru Al Hassan, of course being joined once in a while by Captain Clement Buampong, and that's the businessman referee. Looks very businesslike, looks very purposeful on the field of play. And at the slightest opportunity, when in doubt, he will confer. Ensure that he gets it all right, and then the game will go on. Looking at the output of these Catch Them Young referees, obviously in terms of refereeing, the future looks quite sorted out. We have had a bunch of them going through the process, and it's now the turn of this generation. Referee shows a yellow card. In fact, 2 yellow cards. First one was shown to Frank Asare.
Controller! Asare! Asare!
They will confirm who got the second. Game is now ready to proceed. 77 minutes gone. There will be a quick substitution before then. Greater Accra bring on Michael Tete. So JC has been replaced. He started well in the game, but seemed to have faded off. Muniru is also coming on. Abdul Muniru. And he's coming to take the place of Jeremiah Abalo. Abalo receives the applause from his colleagues on the field of play and those on the bench as well, as they also welcome Abdul Muniru. Both coaches try as much as possible to keep the shape of the side. There's a long ball straight into touch. Wasted effort by Team Greater Accra. Yeah, he would restart the game for Team Eastern. Good stoppage, but Eastern have realized that there are loopholes in the defense of Team Greater Accra. They come forward. Unfortunately, that is a bit too strong. And Solomon Tete could not get his foot to it. What a shame. All good for Clement Osurade Deborah, man in charge of goalkeeping duties for Team Greater Accra. So far, so good for the youngster. Conceded a goal in Greater Accra's first match, and so far he's kept a clean sheet in this. Player is pushed down, but referee says play should continue. Abdul Fattah, safe clearance. And it's looking good for them as they look for more options. Joseph Teria. Fattah once again, this time he sends it on its way. 10 minutes to end proceedings here. It's been a strong tussle for supremacy in this game. These young boys ready to fight for anything and everything that comes their way. Solo goes down in pain. Obviously Amarada, the stronger of the two. He's looking very physique and robust. Solo walks away with a little bit of a pain in the side, but definitely would continue with the game nonetheless. He will be up on his feet. He will continue with the game. Got a couple of minutes remaining. Kelvin Owusu-Ansah. Greater on the offensive. Through the middle, as virtual pass never came through. So Easton will have an opportunity to tear away, and this they will do gallantly. They got space in front of them, leaves the ball behind momentarily, but good footwork. Still with the ball, Joseph Teria. Frank Asari. Long ball, unfortunately Amos could not keep it. Can Greater show them exactly how it is done? That's a long ball in by a Dinkrat looking for Amarada. Amarada latches onto it, but poor finishing. Kept in play, nicely done. Referee will give the advantage to Team Easton. Good build-up. They kept probing and probing despite hitting the hurdles as they went along. And Isaac Akutete has been very forceful since he joined his colleagues on the field of play. 7 minutes left in the game. Free kick advantage to Team Easton. They've got men committed in the 18 box. Driven in nicely, but then it's headed away. Greater Accra will not give them an opportunity to move on. But here comes another launch of another attack. Shaibu is long this time through the middle. Flag is up. Wow. I'm sure that was why Meshach Kwao really did not believe that the offside trap had caught one of them. But anyway, they will come forward yet again. Amos stays on the pass. Let's go. They love to go down that byline into the 18-yard box. Oh, it leads two players, including Solomon. It goes out, but the throw-in will keep the pressure coming. Shaibu's throw, nicely controlled by Frank Asari. They're coming forward yet again, but this time Greater Accra have other ideas. Five minutes to full time. And it's Eastern Region 0, Greater Accra 1. They opened the game nicely. Fatau solo. It comes to the near side. Good enough. Yes, Joseph Teria beats one. Teria beats a second. Overdoes it in the process. And for now, Greater are safe. Fatau once again love to come forward. Easton with a throw. Fatau, long one, gives it away to the near side. Easton once again. It looks like it's one-way traffic now as we get into the dying stages of the game. He had to listen to his coach. Coach had started telling him to take his time even before the ball came down. Because these are young talents and they would learn as they go along. But so far they have showed tremendous ability of reading the game. And apart from the first 3 matches where we saw more than 2 goals be scored in a game, other teams have won by slender 1-0 victories. We've had a 4-1 scoreline, we've had a 3-0 scoreline, we've had a 4-0 scoreline as well. But ironically, the other matches have all ended 1-0. Greater will move forward. They've got 3 minutes to stand tall. Eastern have the same amount of time to pull level. So far, no match has ended in a draw. It's been straight victories, straight defeats. Greater Accra, it looks like they're content to boot the ball away. Amarada, he will not be allowed to pass, he says Meshach Awinzo. Edinburgh pushed off the ball. Easton now on the offensive. Yes, Meshach Kwao. Well, it was quite a decent pass, but not well read by Amos. Captain of Greater Accra, Wampong, has been very strong. But time for more fresh limbs to come onto the field. Clement Inkwa is on the field of play, but I've just seen jersey number 5 walk out, Emmanuel Amarada. Clement Inkwa now joins his colleagues. Prince Amwako will take a break for now. Oh, he's been a threat, Prince Amwako. Inkwa will see us through to the end of the game. Virtually 1 minute more remaining add-on time to be confirmed by the 4th official, but we're into the last minute of the game. Should it end this way, the tables would have turned from the results we had in match day 2, where Eastern won and Greater lost. Fatau puts the ball down nicely for Kwao. Greater will clear out, it doesn't go too far. Solo gives the ball away. That's unfortunate, but Greater Accra will say thank you very much. Can he get to the ball first? No. Jonathan Okain got his foot there first. 4 minutes of add-on time. Oh, that was David Nyako who got there first. Free kick advantage to Team Eastern. Meshaka Winzo, I'm sure he's looking at getting a long one in. Greater Accra players using their height to advantage in this scenario. Good footwork, but now Captain Shaibu trying to push his men forward. Unfortunately, that was overhit. And Clement Deborah with the ball had a bit of a nap with the ball for a couple of seconds, but he's up and doing. Ball brought down nicely. Greater Accra now need to push men in open positions, and there they go. It's looking good. That's a long pass again, overhit. Ambitious sometimes, these youngsters. So Greater will say thank you very much. All is good for them, by the way. Mohammed Enim. All comes back and then through the middle, where it will be controlled by the goal scorer Naziru. Switch play to the near side. Powell keeps it in play, but he goes down. That's a late challenge.
Play with them.
Yellow card, I believe, is out. And if it has been shown, then Adinkra will be at the receiving end. Limited time available for goal scoring exploits by Team Eastern. The winds preventing the ball to go where they are intended to. Over the line it goes. Probably that would sum up the effort of Team Eastern. It's not been an easy game for them today, but they recover, they will hold on, and they will come forward. Good turn by Solo. He's trying to look for options on the near side. Teria had timed his run, but the ball did not get to him. Out of play for a corner kick. Slowly but surely, Team Eastern are getting close. But can they convert? Shaibu. As long as deep. The header is on, but it still stays in play. Unfortunately, just could not recover in time to control. He's up on his feet, Michael Tete. Initial clearance by Adinkra, and that was the tackle that brought the pain. Referee gets in the way. Eastern cannot have the advantage of coming forward. Greater Accra clear out their lines. Solo has been cautioned. He needs to be very careful. But he's up on his feet. And Kelvin is ready to continue with the game. Some stern officiating we've seen in this morning's match. Tough game it has been. At the end of it all, 90 minutes of action. Eastern Region 0, Greater Accra 1. Can he go down the byline? His good ball control as they come forward. Greater looking at some positive action. There he is now. Greater Accra have an opportunity. There's a daring run on the far side as Greater come forward. Free kick. Greater Accra region. Nicely bent. Marker he does. He turns in. Sends the cross, but it's headed out. Amos all nicely done. And that definitely every ball. Here's Jesse. To the near side now, opens the game very well. There's a cross and a beautiful one. Crosses. Greater will have to defend. Goalkeeper comes out. Clement picks it up nicely. Away by JC. It doesn't go too far. Easton have an opportunity as they come through the middle. He goes down and the referee will decide. Would love to go for the curler. JC. Crowded over by yellow shirts. Should put Greater Accra back in reckoning. That's a strong. But here comes another launch of another attack. Shaibu is long this time through the middle. Stays on the pass. Let's go. They love to go down that byline into the 18-yard box. Oh, it leads two players, including Solo gives the ball away. That's unfortunate, but Greater Accra will say thank you very much. Can he get to the ball first? No. To push men in open positions. And there they go. It's looking good. That's a long pass. Again, overhit. Switch play to the near side. Keeps it in play, but he goes. Long ball in. Thank you very much for giving us your time. Congratulations. You bounced from your first shock to your first win. What worked for your team this time?
Well, thank you very much. Like I said before or after our game, we had to go to the dressing room and go and do our homework well. And then we did that. And I'm very happy my boys listening to what I told them. And exactly it showed on the field of play. And I'm happy for that.
You just got a goal in the game of 90 minutes. Does it mean that your opponent was a tough team?
Yeah, of course I would say that because from our expectation, we know that we have worked a lot and we expect more goals in this game. But it didn't go like that. It means they also prepared very well. Yeah. So at the end of the day, I believe that because we are prepared ahead of them, that is why we get results.
So moving forward, at least now that you have picked up your first 3 points, now that the homework is done, what should Team Greater Accra do? What will be the expectations moving forward?
Well, moving forward, we're still going to work on our mistakes. Still, a game is always a learning curve for a team. And so we're going back and still work on why didn't we score enough goals? Why were we on pressure? And so we're going to work on all these things and then come back again. We believe that at the end of the group stage, Greater Accra will move to the next stage of the competition.
We wish you the very best.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Coach, it's been a tough day. It's been a tough game. You played against Team Greater Accra, and it looks like the tide turned. After winning your first match, it looks like you took a back step in the second match. What was the difference in the two matches? What did you do wrong today?
Well, I'll give thanks to my boys. They played to perfection. You could see from during the first half, we couldn't play as we expected. But this second half, we introduced one of two players and then they changed the face of the game. And then we are hoping we win the next two matches that is ahead of us for us to qualify to the next stage.
Qualification for the next stage obviously is on the mind of almost all the teams that are here. But Eastern has also showed that you've got a lot of quality in the team moving forward. Are you going to be relying on the individual brilliance of some of your players, or you are still going to work as a unit?
Well, if you see the type of chances we messed up, it tells that we have to work on our finishing level. So that is what we are going to tackle for now. But when you compare defense and the midfield and our possession level, we are okay with that.
You are okay with that. Yeah. We wish you the very best next time.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Coach.